Hello, my beautiful friends. I just heard the church. 6 o'clock, and here I am. So, for today I have prepared, I didn't prepare at all, but I just decided to talk about infinite intelligence because this is probably my favorite topic to talk about. Why? Because it's so profound, and it's so incredible to know that it exists and that it's available to you too. Infinite intelligence. I don't know if you heard this term. It's been used so many times, and I think that majority of people have heard about it. Or maybe you have heard about genius. Maybe you have heard about people knowing the truth out of nowhere. Maybe you have heard about children that came with some great inspiration to this world, or children that just know what is the truth or what is right or wrong. This is tapping into infinite intelligence. This has nothing to do with people being so smart or people being so intelligent that they just know everything. It also has nothing to do with with specifically for their term being something special or being someone that you are not. Infinite intelligence is something that we all have ability to tap into it. We are all a vessel, we're all a channel of a higher truth. This might sound weird to some of you, but I would just say to you like this. We live in a rational world. We live in a world where you need to have a paper in order to kind of show people that you have a knowledge. You need to have a paper in order to give people to give yourself credibility, to give people awareness that, oh yeah, I'm good in this stuff, I have the paper, I have a degree in that, I have something in that. But in the end, you don't need to gain the knowledge. This is the funny thing. It's not about gaining the knowledge. What is infinite intelligence about? Okay, I'll start with the brain. The brain itself is not creating thoughts. It's not manufacturing thoughts here, but it's actually accepting it. So your brain are a vessel for accepting the thoughts, accepting the knowledge from somewhere else. And the crucial part to gain this knowledge, or to gain the ability to be a channel, to be a vessel, is actually to allow yourself to just be the source or just be the channel. What this means is that you have to turn your brains off. When you turn your brains off, it's not gonna be you who's gonna talk. It's not gonna be you who's gonna provide the solution, who's gonna provide the information for other people. It's going to be something higher than you talking through you. And this is what is happening with majority of people that come closer to their soul. And what I mean by closer to their soul, I mean by they start living authentic life. They start living something that feels right. We were talking about it yesterday. Your emotions are direct reflection of your soul, and how is your soul satisfied with whatever you're doing, whatever you're achieving, whatever you're thinking. So if you are in a positive vibration, so if you are in a happy state, it means that your soul is happy with whatever you're doing or thinking. And in this state, you're capable of attracting good thoughts, attracting higher knowledge through you. And how this is happening is basically once you start using yourself as a channel, it's incredible because you don't need to prepare not even one speech. You don't need to prepare not even one thing that you will do, not even one, I don't know, talk or workshop, or you don't even need to learn stuff. And this is incredible. This is something that is maybe a bit harder for understand. It's a bit harder for people that are super rational to get it into their rational head. However, it's something that exists out there. And I want to give more attention towards it, because the purpose of whatever I'm doing currently is actually to allow myself to be a vessel for truth coming through me. So what I'm currently doing, what I'm currently talking, is directly coming from infinite intelligence. How I know this, it's I use myself as a channel, I use myself as a vessel, and when I'm in this state, I absolutely don't think. I absolutely shut off my brain, and in this state, I know all the answers. No matter how crazy it sounds, no matter how, I don't know, weird it sounds, it's something that we can all do. It's not some magic, it's not something that I have figured out and that other people cannot do. It's not about me here. It's not about me having any specific superpower or whatever. It's only about me having pure intentions with the truth, me having pure intentions with sharing the knowledge and everything that comes through me with you, and me working as a love here, like me being pure love and just sharing whatever comes through me. So this is something that we can all do, and it comes from pure intentions. It comes from pure love. If you are in a state of, I want to help people, I want to give to the people the right answer or the right knowledge, then things will come through you. And I know all of you have experienced something that is related to infinite intelligence, and I know that all of you have already been a channel. How I know this? Just think about it. Think about the situation when there was your friend that was in a situation where they didn't know what to do, where they were struggling with the answers, and you had a lot of desires to help them. You had a desire to provide them the right answer. And what happened in this stage is, because you needed the answer, because you wanted to help, and you came from the state of helping and sharing the truth with them, it felt like someone started pouring the words into your mouth, and you just start talking like a great wisdom to them. You just start talking something that you have never talked about before. You just share with them something that was greater than you. And I know all of you have experienced this. And there is a secret behind it. Like, this is something that we all have ability to do. The only question is if you are going there, or if you are willing to listen to your intuition, to actually tap into it. And why it's so crucial to tap into it is because in this state you can move mountains. In this state there is nothing that can go wrong for you, and nothing that you wouldn't know. So at this state you are just 100% certain in your answers. You're 100% certain in the truth that you are talking. And the funny thing about infinite intelligence is that whenever in this state I receive a question from someone, I always know the answer. And why I'm explaining this to you is because a lot of things that I will share with you during those talks, I'm gonna probably say it out for the first time. I'm gonna probably share it with you without me knowing that I'm sharing it with you, without me consciously trying to find a way how to explain it to you. It's just coming through me. And this is something that is so it's such a great value that I just said I really want to rewatch all my videos because I learned so much from it. And this is the thing that I want you to understand. Me, as being a human, as being a person, I have still a lot of issues to get everything that I'm talking into the practical work, because things are logical from me. I mean, things are coming through to my head from something greater, and it's not necessary that I created. It's not something that I came up with the idea, or I learned somewhere, or I gained it somewhere. But the funny thing is, when I was a child, and when I was still listening to this inner feeling or inner wisdom, I did so many things that were exactly something that is connected to coming closer to your soul. It's something that is connected to you living your authentic truth, or just having some practical spiritual things, like some kind of just going through the processes. And I was doing this when I was a child, until I start talking about it to people that were not doing it, like in a primary school or especially in a high school, and it was so weird. And since it was weird, I learned to not do it. I decided that it is too weird for me to go there. I decided to not believe in a higher source, to not believe in God, to not believe that I'm guided. And I think a lot of us, a lot of you out there have came to the same conclusions, because during the high school, during the this childhood years, we are basically going through the situations where we just want to be liked, and people are just laughing at us if we are different. And therefore, majority of children, even though they have this so incredible intuition, they know what they have to do in order to come closer to their soul, we just decided to forget. And now the process of awakening is remembering again. It's going back to where you were, going back to the pure source of energy, and going back in you being a vessel for something pure coming through you. And how you will do it, it's simple. You will just listen to your emotions, and you will listen to whatever shows up. So if something you're doing doesn't feel right, it's because it's not right. So what can you do about it? Stop doing it, refocus, go somewhere else, think about something else, do something that will give you positive emotions, do something that will make you feel better, because the only responsibility that you have is to make yourself feel better, to make yourself feel great. And what happens when you make yourself feel great? You suddenly start becoming like a light worker, or just whenever you show up, whenever you are, you make a room brighter, you make people happier. And with this situation, you will see that you are start attracting people that are coming to you, and they're just asking for some advices, or they just want to talk with you. And when you will talk to those people, you will be surprised. You'll be surprised, because you will have so many answers and so many incredible wisdom that you will be able to share with them, yet you wouldn't even know where those things would come from, because they will come from you being tapped into infinite intelligence. Infinite intelligence is, if I go for those that are rational, in a rational mind, if you think about it, it's kind of like a vibrational match where all the knowledge is stored. So if you look at yourself as a human being and having spiritual being, having human experience, and you are basically connected to something greater, and then you go up, and then at some level there are stored all the knowledge, all the informations, everything that was ever gained into the human mind, or everything that anyone ever thought about. Okay, I'm back. And in this situation, in this energy, there are stored all the information, how you should do something, where you should go, what you should do, how to sort any problem, how to get new inspiration, how to be motivated. Everything is stored there. Therefore, there are situations where you will see that in different parts of the world, there are people coming up with the same ideas. There are people coming up with the same knowledge, with the same wisdom, with the same conclusions. It happened so many times back in history that people came out with something new, with something great, and then they realized that it was the same thing that they realized in two different places. So something was realized in, I don't know, Asia, and something was realized in America at the same time, without them knowing that they were going on in the same problem. So this is infinite intelligence, and all the masters, all the genius from any kind of century, they will tell you the same thing. Whatever they gain, all the knowledge that they share with the world, it's not their knowledge. They were dreaming about it. They just had the thought when they wasn't even thinking. So those of you who still want to solve your problems with thinking, with trying to think about the problem, trying to go deeper with it, and just like trying to get the information, they will not come, because with getting so much of your energy into thinking, you're creating resistance in your head, and you're not allowing new thoughts to come in, and you will never be able to tap into infinite intelligence with your brain having on. You should not think to tap into infinite intelligence. And the funny thing about infinite intelligence is that there is everything. There is absolutely everything. There are information how to gain money. There are information how to use Facebook strategy. There are information how to use, I don't know, anything. It's just their information. If you go in a let's say to the ATM and you forgot your PIN, in infinite intelligence there is your PIN number. Okay, this is how weird are those stuff, and this is how incredible and superficial are those energy works. And the good thing about it is that we all can tap into it. We all can go there and tap into it and gain those knowledge. However, you will only get there with pure intentions, not with feeding your ego, not with I want to tap into infinite intelligence in order to show all the people how smart I am, in order to be better than other people, in order to gain more attention than other people. You're not going to be able to tap into it with these intentions. So this is the incredible thing behind it. Therefore, a lot of people that are really trying, a lot of people that are really want to master something, and that are really focusing too much into, I want to be a genius, they will never come there, because they're doing it from a state of ego. They're doing it from a state of I want to do this. I want to be that special one. I want to gain this information. I want to understand things. No. It's only, you're only able to go there with pure intentions. And I realized this by myself, because whatever I gain from this infinite intelligence is, I always use it for, first of all, I use it for myself. I never give it out to people in the beginning, but it happened to me that I was always able to tap into it when I was talking to people. So I realized I need people in order to tap into it. And this was true until this summer while I was in America. I always needed people in order to tap into it, but this summer I was able to tap into it without people. So me, like, just asking for whatever knowledge I needed, and it came. And this is something that I really want to explain to you, just because I know a lot of people will ask me, Taja, how do you know those things? Taja, where did you read about those things? Yes, I read a lot of things. I read a lot of things. I talked with a lot of people. I went to a lot of seminars. I was engaged in those topics for a while. However, majority of things that I gain as a knowledge or that I understand are coming through me from somewhere. And the most funny thing about it is that basically after I do the Facebook Live, or after I talk to someone, or after I have a coaching session, there's so many times that it happened to me that I just take my notebook and I start writing down, and I'm just like, oh my God, this was profound. I have never talked about those things before. I have never went so deep in this topic before. And that's why I also said I want to talk more about those stuff on social media, because there's just not enough information about it out there. And I also know that there will be incredible things coming through me, and I'm just happy to like listen to it afterwards, because I'm not really aware of whatever I'm talking right now. So this is a magic behind it, and that's why I said I want to share with you more and more those stuff. And I want you to know that this process of getting closer to your soul and being more true to yourself is something that we all have to go through by ourselves. It's something that there's no shortcuts. There's no there are some sufferings that have to be there. There are some pain that you have to go through. There are some cryings that you have to experience in order to come to the other side. But I just want to raise more awareness about it, because in this way there's gonna be so many people that it's gonna understand those things better. And I think it's so much easier to go through suffering when you understand what's happening, and when you know that there were people that went through it already and they have the most incredible life afterwards. So it's just so encouraging to know what's coming. So this is what I wanted to share with you today. If you have any questions on this topic, you can comment below. You can write me a private message. But there's gonna be a lot of things that I want to explain to you in the future. And I'm also, in November, I'm running again my decoding program. This is a program that I created in order to decode you from whatever you believe that is true in your life and whatever is limiting you to actually live the authentic life and getting closer to your soul. But this is like very intense 10 days program. I'm gonna talk about it some other days. But that's all for today, and I hope you enjoy it, and see you guys soon. Bye bye.